Jeff Sutherland, host and producer of Jeff Star Talk Discovery Park. We're on the air, so make sure you tell a friend. Hey, we got a classic show in store for you tonight. If you're a fan of a classic comedy film, it's a Mad, 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 Mad World, released in 1963, directed by the late, great Stanley Kramer. You're going to love this show tonight because we're going to pay tribute to the 45th anniversary of that film. We have a lot of great interviews, including Kathy Silvers, the daughter of Phyllis Silvers, the late, great Don Knotts, many others. But our first guest and our main star tonight is Marvin Kaplan. What a delightful man. And you'll be seeing a lot of rare interviews from other shows, too, all on It's a Mad, 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 Mad World. So without further ado, let's get into our very first interview with a great character actor, Marvin Kaplan.
A United Airlines jet lands in Los Angeles, launching the biggest entertainment airlift in motion picture history. The world's press, some 300 newsmen from 4 continents, arrive for the Hollywood premiere of Stanley Kramer's It's a Mad, 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 Mad World.
There was a certain amount of money buried down in this park. Now, I suggest that we quietly get into our cars, and then when we get down there, we dig up the money, providing that there is some money there.
There's only one way to figure it, and that is every man for himself.
And so begins the maddest, wildest, zaniest chase ever filmed, as our merrymakers race across country by land, by sea, by air. For somewhere there's a fortune in buried treasure. Which one of our Mad World comedy stars will be the first to reach it?
Now, where have I always told you that the Smiler hid the dough? Where? Right there.
The world's critics go stark raving mad, mad, mad. The wildest chase comedy on record, raved the New York Journal-American.
Nobody's going to get me up in the air.
A smash. Has more laughs than any other comedy in the history of the screen, raved the Los Angeles Herald-Examiner.
Why can't you have a little confidence in me?
It's a mad, 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 mad
Ah, yeah.
You can't afford to miss this. Wildest comedy ever filmed, added the Boston Record-American.
Help! Help! Betsy, say something.
Everything you've heard is true. It's the biggest entertainment that ever hit the screen with laughter.
No! Left runner! No! No, no, no!
Wild and hilarious all the way. It's a mad, 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 mad world is everything its extravagant title suggests, says the New York Times. A wham-doodle, humdinger, stem-winder, said the New York World Telegram and Sun. Great Britain's Manchester Guardian applauded with exuberant, exhilarating, triumphant. Marvelous, wild, prodigious slapstick, exclaimed the New York Post. Everyone who's ever been funny is in it.
Our traffic is so congested, mass confusion on wheels. But Detroit is adroit. What they'll do in Detroit is make bigger automobiles. So be a happy fellow, be a clown boy, punch and mellow. Get off the shelf and enjoy yourself. It's a mad, 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 mad. It's a mad, it's a mad.
Hello, everybody. It's Jeff Sutherland. Welcome to another edition of Jeff Star Talk. We're here on location in North Hollywood, the Beverly Garland for Mickey Sonardi's Showstopper Star Spectacular. A lot of stars are here: Hugh O'Brien, Gene Barry, and Lee Merriweather, and all the other ones, Kathy Garver, Bob May. This gentleman seated to my left is, I'll tell you, I'm a big fan of his for many years. Versatile character actor in many films, including Stanley Kramer's comedy masterpiece, It's a Mad, 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 Mad World. And 4 of them. You got to say it 4 times. You got to say it 4. Don't say 3.
Don't say 5.
And it's Marvin Kaplan. Marvin, God bless you.
Hi, nice to meet you.
You're looking great, man.
Well, I'm vertical, which is a good sign.
Vertical and versatile.
And versatile. Yeah.
You know, it's great to see you. And is this the very first time you've been to Mickey Sonardi's show?
I think so, yes. I was here before, but I don't think Mickey was attached to it.
Okay.
Beverly's a very good friend of
Oh,
mine.
yeah, and she's not doing well, what I understand.
She was my first leading lady. She's a doll. She's a wonderful, wonderful, sweet, giving, bright, funny lady.
So, you know, Beverly Garland, if you're out there, we wish you get well very soon. I did sign a get well card. They passed a big card out for everybody for her.
I wrote on it, I said to Bev, my first leading lady, I said, I can't crack walnuts with my teeth anymore. This is the part I played with her when I played George in Once in a Lifetime.
Yep.
And Bev, we did this in 1950, we did it at the Players Ring Theater, and Bev was the leading lady, and I was the man who cracked walnuts.
Cracked walnuts.
Right.
Like Lenny and Lon Chaney did in Bob Hope with My Favorite Brunette. That's funny.
Yeah, it was a wonderful play. George Kaufman and Morse Hart wrote it, Once in a Lifetime. A great play.
Well, you got a good comedy timing.
Yeah, and so does Bev. Bevy has wonderful time.
And both of you get around, because every time I turn the knob on the TV or the remote control, there you or Beverly are in some show or movie.
Bev's done over 1,000 films.
Several.
I think. Yeah.
I
And
didn't believe that.
they have not really touched her talent as an actress.
Yeah.
She's always supported other people. She should have a show of her own, and she should be able to do all the dramatic parts that they, she's a great actress.
Beverly Garland Theater would be great. Yeah.
Absolutely.
TV, yeah. Marvin, where are you originally from?
New York, Brooklyn, New York. I came out here in 1947.
1947.
Right, not 1840, 1947. And Katharine Hepburn got me my first job in the business, which was Adam's Rib.
Oh, yeah.
George Cukor directed it, and Spencer Tracy, God bless him, was in it.
And Aldo Ray, wasn't he?
No, Aldo wasn't in it.
Okay, who's in the other
Judy
one?
Holliday was
Judy
in
Holliday,
it.
okay.
Judy was brilliant in it, one of the great actresses, one of the great talents I worked with.
Oh, yeah, Judy Holliday's great, yeah.
And they had Jeannie Hagen and David Wayne, who was a very unrecognized talent. He was a brilliant, great actor.
I know David very well.
David was well. And Tommy Ewell was in it.
Tom Ewell, yep.
It was a great cast. Hope Emerson was in it.
Hey, you got a great film for your first debut, huh?
It was not quite my first film. My very first film was a day's work in a film called Francis, about the talking mule.
That's what Donald O'Connor shot at Universal, I believe. And
That's right.
yeah.
Arthur Lubin directed
Yes.
it. It was one day's work.
And Donald O'Connor, and the voice of Francis was Chill Wills.
Chill Wills played the voices. Azu Pitts was in it.
Yep.
And it was my first day, and I really didn't know what the hell I was doing. And I got $75 a day for it, which was above scale. Scale was then only $55 a day.
Wow.
So I started out as an overscale actor.
Wow. Well, Marvin, how did you get cast? There's so many films and so many TV shows that you've done. How did you get cast for Stanley Kramer's Mad World?
Well, they originally had me up for another part. They had me up for the part that Doodles Weaver did in the picture, the assistant to Edward Everett Horton.
Right.
And it was one day's work. And then they had signed Jackie Mason for the part I did. And Jackie gave Mr. Kramer his nightclub schedule, where he could only be available to shoot certain days and certain holidays and whatever. And Kramer said, "Thank you very much," and replaced him. And my agent, Meyer Mishkin, who was a great agent, they don't have those anymore.
Yeah.
Anyway, Meyer sent me the script, and it read like the Manhattan phone book. It was very, very thick.
That's what I heard.
Very thick. It was a 4-hour movie originally.
Yeah.
And I read it, and I called Meyer, and I said, I almost got killed reading the script. Do you know what I have to do? I have to get thrown through a window. I have to throw heavy instruments at whoever playing this crazy person.
Yeah.
And I'm going to get killed making the picture.
We want to make sure he doesn't get loose.
I'll kill that dirty, rotten bum. I get my hands on him. What's the matter?
How come I'm all tied up like this?
Now listen, you just sit there and everything will be all right.
Yeah, a couple of friends are gonna come and take good care of
What
you.
friends? What are you talking about? Now listen, what's the big idea? Get this stuff off me. Turn me loose.
Now take it easy, pal, because you've been sick.
Who's been sick? And where's that bum with the glasses, huh?